Hello and welcome, Dr. Max here today with a special Let's Play, and that is NCAA. Hello and welcome, Dr. Max here with a special Let's Play video. We are doing NCAA Football 2008, an old classic favorite of mine growing up. We are playing on my PS2 emulator on my computer, and in this we are doing what is called Campus Legend mode. So there you create a player and you take them through all 4 years, and then ultimately if people enjoy this, what you can do is take it into Madden 08, which I also have on this to play as well. So I'm creating my person, Max Matthias, that is me. We'll have him be quarterback, number 1, although I probably won't be number 1. And then height, 6 foot. I am 6 foot. I'm 190, but we'll say I'm 200. And then blonde hair, I just have chosen these faces in the past, and we'll say 60% body size and muscles. Seems right. Makes no sense. So the way this works is you basically do like a summer camp where you do, I want to say 5 skill drills, and I think you can earn a maximum of 12 points per each one. Then you assign those points, and then ultimately you get to choose which school you go to. Depending on how good you are, it can limit where you get to go. And then over the course of 3 or 4 years, depending on if you go early in the draft or not, you get to you make them better. And things like a lot of this is pretty tedious, and so I'll skip a lot of that. But I wanted to show you going through these drills and what I remember from doing this in the past. It has been a long time since I've played this game. And we'll skip the kind of, mundane stuff, and we'll get to what I think are going to be interesting games. I think I already know who I want to go to, and that is Texas Tech, just because they're a real pass-heavy offense, and that works really well for a quarterback, right? I can get a whole bunch of passing yards, and ultimately I'll make him the best scrambling quarterback the world has ever seen, and we'll get lots of passing yards, lots of rushing yards every game, and we'll win the Heisman. Probably not our freshman year, but sophomore, junior year for sure we're going to win it. And maybe make Texas Tech better. All right, video quality, better there. So 40-yard dash, you're just going to hit X from what I remember really fast. Try and run as fast as you can. Pocket presence, you're dodging little things that get shot at you. Pass skeleton is basically like passing, but there's no linemen. Distance is the weirdest one. It's really easy, and it's the one I do to basically kind of farm my points throughout the season. And then option attack is a lot of fun, but this is the one that I normally can get the full 12 out of 12 on every other drill, but the 40-yard dash is my kryptonite. So you're going to see me tap X to sprint really fast. .466. It's honestly kind of about what I expected. What you got to do is really just got to jump it. All right, so now I'm doing my thumb, and I don't think I'm going to go as fast. Oh, 4.53. What? All right, and we fault. I don't even care. I don't think I can do better than that. All right, we got 11. Nice. All right, so pocket presence. You'll see there's, I want to say 5 or 6 machines that shoot a little thing at you, and you just have to avoid it and then throw it to the receivers. Pretty easy. So, circle, boom, and now they're going to start shooting things at me. I just got to avoid that little yellow thing as it comes. And then make sure I throw it to the right person. Not too difficult. So, this game holds a real special place in my heart because this came out, I believe 08 was the first time that there were PS3 or, 360 games for those of you that played Xbox. And so this was a weird year, right, where PS2 and kind of the PS3 were competing against each other. And I remember wrong receiver. That was stupid. Probably going to cost us the full 12 points. This was the one that I actually preferred. I feel like they didn't iron out the kinks in the other one. Like they had a Campus Legend on that, and it was really pretty boring. Oh my God, wrong receiver again. What am I doing? See if I can get one more throw. Nope. Okay, so we got 11 there. Okay, I'll take that. Honestly, could have been a lot worse. So past skeleton here is, you'll see me start to do kind of audibles and stuff based on the routes from what I remember. But here there's basically, it's all your guys and then there's no linemen. So I'm seeing the one safety up top. So I am going to do wheel routes here by hitting up on the right analog stick. And the reason for that is basically oh God, that was a really bad throw. I meant to hit L1 and I hit R1. So I'm looking for the safeties basically kind of crashing down here. And so I'm actually going to then put square on a slant route to try and clear some of that up. Because L, I think, has a lot of potential to score there with that. Generally, kind of corner routes and things like that work really well. All right, so here they're going pretty much man. So again, we're going to try and do wheel routes here with square and circle. And basically just say, go ahead and beat me. Oh, it was close. Okay. Not a very good throw there. Let's even put this guy out here. Okay. Circle is going to run wheel again, as is square. And then I'm going to have L basically just do an in route. Again, we're just trying to clean up space. All right, we got a touchdown there. That was not a great throw, but I'll take it. Okay, I'm not seeing any safeties drop, so maybe that square route is what's going to work, but I'm even just going to have my running back here run a fly route to try and clear some things out. And then hit square, and he should be wide open. And then he put on some moves and got a touchdown. I'll take it. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone drop here. So here, we're just basically going to try and recreate this same thing. L1 is going to run this big fly route and just clear up space. So O can get hit there. And again, you're seeing points on the bottom accruing for, obviously, touchdowns are great. If you're able to get consecutive completions, consecutive touchdowns, things like that, so much the better. I'll take that. That was not a particularly good throw, but it'll work. I think triangle. No, he's... Oh, wow. I do not know that. That was really bad. But yeah, like I said, this game really, I think, does a lot of things well. I would probably argue I think it was the first NCAA game to do the whole, like campus legend thing. Before that, basically, like, you could create custom players, obviously, but you couldn't make them, the superstars of the, and watch them, track them over time and stuff. But yeah, okay, so we got our 12 points there. So passing distance, this is the one that I farm for points during the season just because it doesn't take very long and it's very easy. You basically just sprint up to a line and then you try and aim the thing into the middle of the field like that, the arrow, and then you just hit O to throw it. And when I assign my points, the first things always go to passing distance and passing accuracy to make myself a great quarterback. And with that, you basically then you don't have to do much. I just do this, and eventually I'll throw it down towards the goalpost at the end of the field there. But it's very short and very easy to get the guaranteed points here. So the way it works kind of in the season is that you can do, I think it's called like skill position practice or something like that. So we got our 12 there, and then option attack. This is a lot of fun. And when I get better at running, this is the one I like to do because it's a lot of fun. But basically, it's just quick and it's easy to get 3 points. Other ones, like, so everything but the 40-yard dash are what you do as these like position drills. And those ones are really like, they're not guaranteed to get you the 3 points, right? Sometimes if you have like a bad passing skeleton, or, oh my God, I gotta pitch that. That was horrible. I like hit the dummy. We're gonna try and not get tackled there. Should be easy touchdown there. And let's get some consecutive touchdowns to make this a little bit easier on myself. Draw him in. And my guy blocked him right into me. Okay, we're doing a speed option here, and we should be able to just cut up. That guy always commits to the other guy, while this guy here on the left always commits to me. So you just do a pitch right at the end, and now I can even set some little blocks. So there we go. Ooh, almost got me. Easy touchdown here. So I think I feel pretty confident that if I get touchdowns on these next two, which will get a touchdown here, so if I get one more, I'll get the full 12. It feels bad that we kind of missed that opportunity. 11 is way better on the like 40-yard dash than I feel like I had any my guy, dude, cut back. What are you doing? It's okay. We still got the thing. 58 points is great. 60 is obviously the maximum. So I lost 2 points. Really, I lost 1 point on the pocket pressure because that was just stupid. So here we'll add ratings. So first thing I will do since I'm a quarterback is throw power all the way up and throw accuracy 99. And then the best things to put here are awareness. They will very rapidly increase your stats. And then I will pick, so I can pick anyone. I'm a 5 out of 6 star recruit. And I believe Texas Tech is 35. So the last thing I'll show you, again, I'm not going to show you the mundane things of how things get done week to week. I also just realized the add ratings thing, that's an arm flexing. I have always wondered what that was. So here you get to select major, easy, moderate, difficult. The thing is, so like these harder ones, you have to study more, your grades go down faster. I have never figured out what things like this, it says speed, catch, and jump ratings. I don't know how that works. If someone knows, please tell me. I always do easy, and then FBS team nicknames. It's very easy major, and then I'll stay at 4.0. All right, so we'll call it there for this thing. I'm going to skip ahead and kind of join you halfway into the season. All right, so we're here a couple weeks into the season. We are currently 4-0, so we beat SMU, UTEP, Rice, and then Oklahoma State. We got some good wins there, so we are 4-0. Things are going quite well. Just to look at our player, how things have changed. So obviously I did not get number 1, real bummer, but we are number 14. I customized myself, it looked pretty cool. Ratings, awareness, really high, and then I've started upping speed and acceleration to make myself a little bit more versatile. So you can see all that's really happened is over these weeks, I've done a little bit of studying. I'm up to a 4.0 GPA, but speed, awareness, and acceleration. So basically I'm allocating these now 2 at a time. Yeah, I haven't changed anything, so that's fine. And we can look here, I should be at a 4.0. So basically now that I'm up to a 4.0, I'm just gonna basically all of my time spend on doing these position drills to get 6 points a week. It takes up two nights. This game we should be able to simulate, we'll win, but ISU maybe we'll play. That'll be an interesting one. Texas A&M for sure is gonna be, I think, a challenge for us, but anyways, I know that you want to see the, so I'm selecting the position drill right now. I'll just show you essentially what I do since we're here a couple weeks in. Didn't want to bore you with all the early stuff. I'll show you this once just so you can see how things work. So we'll do passing distance again. So what you'll notice now from when you saw me, trying out, however long ago that was, I can't even remember, is that I'm going to throw the ball a mile further, right? So now I'm basically down by the goalposts and getting a lot more points for doing it. So as I said, this is really boring and tedious, but it's just a guaranteed way to get the maximum amount of points you can get per doing these drills, and it's pretty quick, right? Something like a pocket presence, I would feel pretty confident getting the 3 out of 3, but it takes that full minute, and it's maybe this takes more time and I'm just like oblivious to it. This only requires a limited capacity of like actually paying attention. But crushed it. He's going to celebrate. Woo, we got over 8,000 points. And there you go, 3 points earned. So back here at the end of the year, amazingly, we got really lucky with our simulations. We have gone undefeated and won the Pac-12 championship against number 18 Nebraska. So we are now the number 2 team in the country. I just got informed, however, we are not playing for the BCS championship game, but we are instead playing TCU in the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. This is also, remember, back in the era before there was the playoff, things like that. So just to give you an idea, I have it paused right before the Heisman ceremony because I don't know if I'm going to win or not. I think I have a pretty good shot here if I go and look. I'm at the top, but this game always surprises me. Usually when I used to play this as a kid, this guy 15 at Hawaii would always win. So I don't know, fingers crossed, we pull this out, but let's do this. We'll start the ceremony. It'll probably go really loud. I don't know how it like does controls, and then we'll play the title game and we'll call for season.
I'm Brad Nessler, and I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight in New York City for the presentation of the Heisman Trophy. As you all know, this is a very special award. The winner will go down in history with all the other former greats.
I mean, my stats are like clearly superior to the guy. I have more touchdowns, more yards, all that stuff. Also, hey, look, another wide receiver. No way he wins. Show me the win.
Congratulations, young
Woo!
man.
I think that's the first time I've ever won as a freshman. Also, my eyes, I like look possessed, but sweet. Got the Heisman first year. I'll take it. So also just to kind of give you an update on the progress, I've been doing those really boring things every, as much as I can. So we're up to 91 speed, which is great. Maxed out on awareness, agility 72, and acceleration 91. So these are the ones that I follow after. This will make me a better, basically scrambler. I'll also then work on things like break tackle, and then strength. The nice thing is like year 3, at that point, I just get lazy. There's not really any improvements to be made. So the third season goes a lot faster. This first season is a real slog. So now it's going to simulate a whole bunch of bowl games. Well, let's do this. Fiesta Bowl. Begin. Let's beat the crap out of TCU. By the way, if any of you have an emulator at home with this game, and then also I have Hot Shots Golf 4, which is another great golf game on the emulator. If you hit F9, it gets rid of kind of the fuzzy stuff around this that you'll see. So just letting you know that has worked, and it should work for you as well. We'll skip this boring stuff. So do you see how it's like a little bit grainy, and then it's back. All right, tails never fails. The thing now is to write the current, let's say meta is to kick, or technically you defer. I could have chosen which way I wanted to go, but since we are in a dome, there is no wind, so we'll kick.
Both teams are lining up for the kickoff. We're just about set to get this one underway.
And of course, by current meta, I mean like NFL analytics stuff, which I'll take some time and talk about in this game as well, because I find that stuff interesting. They also way overhype like what it can do and things like that. But beside the point. So I'll show you this first defensive possession. I probably won't that much in the future. What's interesting about this game relative to even like Madden 08 is that you can do this kind of stuff. You play defense instead of it basically simulating when you don't have the ball. But my defensive philosophy is in general pretty boring. I usually go nickel package and then just blitz the 2 linebackers and go man everywhere. I normally can get a good jump with my right end, which frees that linebacker up to do some work. But they're having some success running the ball. So maybe for now I'll do a 5-2 and I will fire green here.
We get 3rd and 3 here.
So that will then put me in a position here to send one blitz. I think they're probably going to run again. Nope, they're going to play action, but we got the sack there. Yeah, so again, very high risk play style, but generally, I'm not worried about me scoring points. I generally trust that I will, so I just try and get them off the field as much as I can. Any impactful plays or anything like that throughout this game, you will see, I promise. But in general, it's just a lot of boring stuff.
Number 20 takes it at the 33. Well, we've seen one offensive drive stall. Let's see how this offense does with their first possession.
So I really like Texas Tech's offense. Obviously, I choose them because they are like, I guess what would be called an air raid offense, right? Very, pass heavy, things like that, which when you're simulating games is great. It's having your guy throw a lot and you're going to get a lot of, passing yards in that sense. I'm going to start here with 2 runs, kind of test the waters, see how things are going. That game I played that you saw, I don't know if you saw, was a test game to make sure that this thing even worked on my, are we going to get a touchdown? I don't even need to do anything this game. We just got the touchdown. There we go. 60-yard run, 55. All right, we'll take it. Getting the early touchdown over TCU. maybe I won't need to throw a ball all game. That doesn't seem likely. Actually, it's funny. I'm actually going to, I default to this. I'm going to call timeout here, and we're going to go for 2. So, this is a perfect time to talk about why are you seeing teams go for 2 more in the NFL. The reason, right, is basically statistics. So, a lot of, coaches are really, what we found is basically there's an economics paper that looked at this. We're going to run it in here. I didn't see anyone really open. They looked like they were playing some stuff, so we'll go 2-point conversion. I default to extra point, but I thought I'd prove this. Why do we see more and more teams going for 2 or going for it on 4th and short? The reason basically is analytics, i.e. let's just look at the data and see outcomes that happen. With something like going for 2, what we care about there is the statistical idea of expected value, right, or the average. So basically when you are kicking a point after, obviously they have moved that line back a little bit, but the expected value is nearly 1. It's a little bit less than 1 because you do see guys missing. For a 2-point conversion to have the same thing, all you would need to do is convert 50% of the time. So how often do things actually do it? Well, surprise, surprise, it's more than 50% of the time. So from a mathematical perspective, going for 2 basically is a dominant thing, right? If you had a team kick 100 extra points and, that same team also do 100 2-point conversions in a year, you would get more points from the 2-point conversions than you would from the extra points, almost mathematically, right? And as you keep adding more and more stuff to it, you would get bigger and bigger results, and that's how it would go. Why don't you see them going for it all the time? Well, the fact is, right, is that generally speaking, we know that mathematically it's better to do that, but there is an associated cost or, risk associated to the coach. Generally speaking, NFL coaches do not play to win. They play not to lose. I know that sounds really weird, but the idea, and you can, think about this anytime that you have, watched football in the past or anything like that. If, say, you have 6 points, or let's say, a team is down by 7, they score a touchdown, and there's no time left. When the guy goes for 2, if he makes it, he's a genius because they just immediately win the game. They don't go to overtime, but if he misses it, he's an idiot. Coaches are more worried about looking like idiots than they are looking like heroes. And so there's actually an economics paper. For the life of me, I can't remember. I'm a bad economist here. I should, if I'm talking about this, I should know it, but I don't off the top of my head. Basically found that they were off the charts, right? We generally have ideas of how risk averse people should be. And NFL coaches were just super crazy risk averse. It made no sense. And so that's why they have started to do this whole analytics thing, right? Basically, watching football lately, fantasy football with my buddies. I play with a bunch of economists too, so all we're doing is just these stupid calculations. I just am hey, I'm going to have fun. But, you see on commercials for Amazon and stuff, they're yeah, we use machine learning and AI and blah, blah, blah to predict these things. All they're doing, right, is they have data on all the plays that have happened, throws of 15 yards to the right side of the field from X quarterback, over his whole career. And from that, it's just predicting, right? That's all machine learning is. It's very fancy, but also it's not going to end society. I know. I'm going off on a tangent, not even talking about the game and how awesome it is and things like that, but I just thought I'd let you know. The whole, machine learning AI thing gonna kill us fad, I don't believe it for a second. Okay. So I talked about this when I did the pass skeleton way back here, but I'm only seeing one safety up high, so I'm going to do kind of wheel routes here with my square and O receivers, because basically I think they should be able to almost always win those matchups. Right, when you have man coverage and you do those wheels, I don't know if it's kind of hard-coded in this game or whatever, but most of the time you are going to get open. And so when you have a good quarterback, that means more often than not, you are going to score. So I'm looking for triangle here on this corner route. That's kind of the goal. Although they are dropping into coverage, but I'm going to throw it late. And woo, we got it. I can't believe 10 didn't cut in. I was a little bit lucky. All right, so let's go for 2 again here. I am going to actually go for a a quarterback wrap. Speed option. This is really risky. Out of the eye. So far down. If that safety drops, I'm a little bit worried, but we're going to go for it. But we got it. All right, we're running it up on him. So, like, I'm thinking back. What is that movie, Billy Bob Thornton? Friday Night Lights, right, where they dramatize a lot of the stuff. A fun fact about that, the team they play in the championship, it's like Dallas something. They like make it out to be like a black school. In the movie, they're not. They're, like, the school in real life was like super white or whatever, like very preppy, whatever. You know, racism had to make it an all-black school for us to root against as an audience. But they talk about how that, like, team never kicked, like, never punted and never, like, kicked extra points all year. It always went for 2. It always, like, went for it and stuff. Obviously, if you are, like, athletically just superior to your opponents, then you can kind of run over with them, but that is, like, very much ahead of its time. I think in an ideal world, right, unless you are, like, crazy with, you know, how far you have to go on 4th down or something like that. Again, the data basically says it's almost always worth it going for it on 4th down. Obviously, there are, you know, exceptions to the rule that basically prove it. If you have a long way to go and you're deep inside your own territory, maybe don't go for it. But other than that, you know, you're probably pretty safe. Okay, he's not going to get enough. So they'll punt. I'll take it. And let's see if we can just keep running it up here on TCU. They are not the opponent I wanted to play. I wanted to play in the national championship game. So let's vent some frustration. The nice thing also about doing this, and, you know, ultimately I'm expecting to win this game. Who knows? I think if I was to go back and get my PS2, my profile there, you know, like games played and things like that was like insane. How many games I had played. Let's do this and see, does that entice them to do anything? The answer is no. They're just going to blitz me. Okay. I think I lost like maybe 1 or 2 games. And that's probably like when I was like first learning how to, you know, play the game. I also had this thing where I like to, you know, I grew up in Colorado Springs, around the Air Force Academy. It's hilarious that I teach there now. I never expected that I would. But I would always try and, like, make them go beat the best teams. Okay, so we got 5 open, and he dropped it because he's bad. One thing you'll also see me do again and again, it can be kind of monotonous, but on this trips right, this levels route, because you have both of these guys, so they're in a quarter defense here, probably zone. Triangle, if you basically put him kind of against the grain, so to speak, like this, you can usually... Oh, God, he caught it. First down? Yes. Ooh, that was lucky. Generally speaking, if you put him against the grain of those 2 guys going in routes, just unless they're going like pure zone defense, you're going to get the win. Yeah, challenge the ball spot. Play stands. All right. That was a horrible view on the thing, but sure, we'll take it. Let's make my O-line better. Another one I really like here is this post drag. So that green route means my running back is going to go in motion and then ultimately run a corner, which is what we're looking for. He should get pretty open, especially with L1 running the post. But I am going to basically try and roll out to that side, see how things go. But yeah, he should not get beat. I also love how that guy was nowhere near the ball, and they're like, oh, he's going to maybe intercept it. No, bro. Come on, get out of here. Do we go for... I maybe want to see if I can do a speed option again here. Yep, we're going to speed option the other side. Okay. I hate how they're doing this, so I am going to audible into drive. And then maybe try and hit square on a drag route here across. Okay, so didn't work that time. That's okay. Also, if anyone still plays like Madden religiously or anything like that, so obviously I talked about hopefully turning this into, you know, a thing where I bring this guy to the NFL. Usually you get drafted by the team you want to get drafted by, and then it's pretty fun. Okay. He had a real big break there. It could have been real bad. What am I trying to say? For people who have played recently, like, I'm curious if it's any good. You know, I've looked at, like, the Madden, 24 rankings on, like, Steam, and they seem pretty mediocre. I don't know if that's, like, gameplay or just, like, has it cut a lot of features? So if anyone has played the game in a while, let me know. Because I think the last Madden I bought was maybe, like, 11 or 12 on the PS3, and I just remember being like, The running felt really glitchy. Like, here, obviously, you know, based on your, like, input on your gamepad, you can only really go in, 8 directions, kind of the 4, cardinal directions, and then kind of northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest. But the way it, like, blended, it felt really natural with how it did it, and those games felt very jerky. Like, you were able to basically, you'd go straight from running straight to, like, running whatever diagonally. It was a very kind of weird experience that I did not enjoy. So if they have improved that, because obviously the graphics are way better than here, surprise, surprise. But let me know. All right, TCU's driving here. I'm going to shift my line, but not my linebackers. Oh, okay, they're going option. Nice. Ooh. What do? I'm going to call timeout here. Do you go for it, or do you kick the field goal? You're going to kick the field goal. I want to give myself time to get a touchdown if I need it. Right. And I think the big reason now why teams do this, like, defer and basically get the second half kickoff is because this potential of, like, oh, we're going to get a penalty for roughing the kicker. That feels bad. Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Yeah, okay. Take your stuff. I'm sorry, what? Why would you not accept that and go for the touchdown? That is a very stupid choice by the AI. But right, so you get this thing where if you have the last possession of the first half, and then ultimately you get the first possession of the second half, you're getting back-to-back possessions without your opponent being able to answer you, and that, I think they have overvalued this getting the ball first kind of shenanigans, right? Because at worst, if the other team ends with the ball in the first half, then it's kind of like a normal, possession, right? They end with it, you get it at the start of the next half, and it's kind of no harm, no foul. But if you are able to end with it, like I'm hoping to, all right, and then we're going to do these wheels again. I'm seeing that safety come down. I'm going to motion L1 out, I think, and see how they react to that. All right, square had him dead to rights, and he frickin' dropped that ball. Are you kidding me, dude? That was a touchdown. It was right there. You had it. Oh my god, that hurts. Okay. All right. I mean, that dude had like tripped or whatever. I don't know. All right, L1, do your wheel route. I'm curious if it's actually going to pan out here. No, because he's dropping into coverage. Oh, he's open though. Okay. We got out of bounds. That guy was dropping into zone, nowhere near my running back. And I'll take advantage of that. Let me see if I can do like a play action rollout here. This is always a play I've really liked. I remember, it's hard to be a Broncos fan. Now they're terrible. Okay, that guy was really scary. That was a horrible throw. That was a very bad choice. I just should have thrown that away. Aside from, in the late 90s, I'm going to try a rollout again, see if it works. Different formation, maybe it'll work. So the late 90s, right, when we first moved here is the end of the John Elway era, when the Broncos could do no wrong. And then there was that, let's say long night of the soul for them, where they, the like mid 2000s and early 10s were rough, and then they got Peyton Manning and everything changed. Okay, so now we're going to do these wheel routes again. If no one is covering square, then he's got this. This is a touchdown. Do not. I gotta go for it.
Unbelievable. He doesn't miss many open guys like that.
I can't freaking believe that. All right, we're gonna do delta sit here and see if this out route works. I know the announcer's gonna be like, they're going for it. Why would you go for it? Okay, so he's gonna push out. Maybe that will scare them a little bit, but again, my goal here is R1 is probably the primary target. And we got him. Holy crap. Okay, let's take a timeout. We got plenty of time. I'm going to be honest, I felt that one. All right, we're going to do this post-drag route again.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
Okay. O and square have a lot of potential here. O has really been screwing, I'm sorry, square has really been screwing me though. Didn't get the throw off. Okay, we're going to timeout. While we can. Timeout. Timeout. I don't have a timeout. Shit. Oh yeah, I took the timeout crap at the very beginning of the game. All right, hurry, 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 hurry. We're doing it again. Go, 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 go. This is super risky. No, that's not the guy I meant to throw to. Crap. All right, we're going to... I meant to throw to R1, not L1, and I would have had a touchdown. That's okay. All right. I thought I had another timeout. That was really bad management on my part. It's all right. I'm still upset about that. I'm sure some of you who are much better at this game than I am are just screaming at your phones or whatever. Horribly mismanaged thing there. That was the, oh my God, what was it? Hackett? Denver's coach at the beginning of the last season, the clock management, and he got fired basically. It almost felt like it was because of that, because that was just super egregious on so many levels. Let's go spread flex here, and do we go speed option? I kind of like that. Gives me some flexibility here. It's a way to get a run without really having to run. They are dropping into coverage, or dropping these guys down, which I'm not a big fan of, because then that tells me there's that blitz. Oh, that was a very risky pitch that I kind of didn't mean to do. But we got a first down, so we'll take it. I generally like this like play action kind of flood out of the shotgun. Is probably pretty effective. Like again, L and triangle are both pretty good routes. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. L, open. And dropped it. I don't know why my receivers are unable to catch passes. We'd be up by about, I don't know how many points at this point. Let's speed option again. Told you, I'm not very creative when it comes to this game. They are doing this. That linebacker right on the edge, though, is going to be my nightmare. But we are going to get through it. Okay, we got a couple yards. Probably could have pitched it there. 3rd and 5. We can do this. We'll do the levels, play, and run an out route or something with triangle. While rolling out to the right, I am seeing only one safety high. So we're going to try for the umpteenth time here to make this work. Square, please. Thank you. Almost feels like it's time to start just letting time go. I don't think this run's going to work particularly well. Or I'm totally wrong, and we get a touchdown out of it. All right. Good for him. Okay, we're going to go for this again. I don't think speed option here. I kind of like slot cross. This is another route I really like. Mostly for triangles route. That kind of like drag, mid-level drag across position is really good. And then I'm going to put L1 here, just doing basically an in route to try to really confuse what they're doing. Bad throw. Bad throw. I knew as soon as I let it go. All right, that's okay. Yeah, I like corner routes. I like wheel routes. Basically things where I don't know if it's just like how the AI works on this. So yeah, R1 is now running a deeper kind of thing, so it's like a deep cross. Triangle should be open. Ooh, it catches it in traffic. We'll take that touchdown. Okay. And then here on this, Let's do a play action rollout. It seems crazy. I don't think it's going to work. Especially because they're probably... Nope, they're not going goal line. Or maybe they are. I'm going to hit triangle. Triangle. Nope. Two picks, both on 2-point conversions. It's hard to make those throws. I should just try and run it. Oh well. Because again, when you're like playing this thing, like if you were doing, you know, like Dynasty mode or something, or like, you know, in Madden, like franchise, oh god, I jumped. You get to have an impact there. Oh, they're going to get a touchdown. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to try and dive here. Last second. All right. Well, there's the risk. That's what happens. You run the risk when you blitz. But something tells me we're going to survive. Oh, it's going to get blocked. Yep. I feel like this thing also really tunes up how many like extra points and field goals get blocked. What's up, Chunk?
TCU lined up for the onside
oh, they're going onside kick. Oh my god. Well, they may recover it.
Here's the onside.
Or I'll get it and just dive. All right. I think we've done what we need to do here. Let's just run the clock down. Wherever special teams is. There we go. QB kneel.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. The Horned Frogs come out into 34 defense. And he takes a knee.
Okay, we don't have to run another play. All right, 35-9. And look at that. An expectation. We got our 5 touchdowns. I think we got, what, 2 successful, 3 unsuccessful, but we got a point somewhere along the line. So it worked. Yeah, no interceptions. Those things don't count. I'll take it. So into the sophomore year here, I just wanted to show that we are showing some improvement as a team. I think our defense and offense are both a little bit better. So we're overall a better team. We are currently 2-0 after beating SMU and UTEP. We'll simulate through these games Rice and KU, and then in the next video, if you want to see it, please let me know. We'll play OU. We'll play Texas. I don't think UVA is very good. No, UVA is decent. But we'll play OU. We'll play Texas, and we'll play some of those big events. Hopefully, this is bringing up some nostalgia for you. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. Let me know if you are, and I will see you next time.